Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Your Delusional podcast hosted by myself, LaTerra Wair. Okay, hi guys. Hello. So it's a new week. Today is a new day. The week has been grand. The week has been good for me. How has the week been for you guys? What are some things that you guys do during your week that are kind of new? Like on my weekends, I like to do just random things sometimes. If I go out and do things like trying new restaurants, trying new like sushi places, all that kind of stuff. This weekend was really chill for me. Like super chill. I got off early, came home, sat down, did some editing. I started my new semester yesterday, so that's fun. I'm taking a finance class this semester, which is yum, right? So I'm doing that. I'm officially halfway through my master's program, which is crazy. Like, it's actually insane. It feels like just a little bit. Well, after I finish this course, I should say I'm halfway through, but kind of they go by so quickly. So I'm like, well, once I start, it's pretty much almost the end, it feels like. But came to the realization that this new gym location that I wanted to go to, when I looked it up after they said it had been built, it said that it was like a fulfillment or a recruitment center. And so I was like, okay, maybe they're going the extra step in like setting up a recruitment center to recruit people to locations near. And I feel like that doesn't sound too logical, but that is what I was thinking in the moment. And that didn't turn out to be the case. It is actually a new gym location and it is super close to my house, which is very cool. So I've been doing that, checking that out. Along with that, I've just been working to get a lot of content out. Realistically, I'm trying to post at least 3 to 4 times a week, like short form content, along with doing the podcast, along with doing a main channel video every week. And yeah, I think that little format is going to be really good for me. That's everything that I've pretty much been doing this week. I hope that you guys have had a good week. I appreciate all the feedback on the content I've been posting, on the episodes that I've been dropping. It means a lot. I really can't tell you guys how much I do appreciate that. Today, I feel like our podcast area station is more kind of like just big cousin talk. It feels like just like I'm just telling you guys about life, and I'm here to just share my life because it might help someone out, you know? And for me, talking through my thoughts is that's a big part of how I get through my thoughts. You know, I just be yapping. But today I really wanted to talk about feeling not muchy. Like, if that makes sense. I feel like there are times when I tell people that I don't feel really muchy, and I don't really know how to explain that because it doesn't really like make too much sense. Feeling not muchy. For me, at least, when I say that I'm feeling not too muchy, it feels as if there are a bunch of compounding things in a moment, and they've finally just they've gotten to me, chat, you know, like they've gotten to me. Like this last weekend, I had to talk about some like super serious topics, along with some like work drama that's going along with some like feeling a little sickly, and then just kind of like not feeling into myself. And so all of that together has compounded into me not feeling as muchy, and it kind of sucked. I got through my first seasonal depression time for me without having like a huge fit of seasonal depression, and that's something that I attribute a lot to like a mindset and a lot to like a feeling and just like not giving into it. And now I'm coming out of that, and I'm so excited that I've survived through it, but I'm just kind of feeling I don't have a solution for this one. I feel like I come to you guys all the time and I'm like telling you a solution, and I really don't have a solution for this. For me, I don't think that I've realized a way to navigate through this other than kind of just feeling it and kind of just like feeling a little sad and feeling a little, it's not even really sadness. Like, let me start there. I don't feel sad. I just feel a little like not like myself. And I don't know how to feel more like myself because I don't know why I don't feel like myself. It's just one of those things, but it's not anything that's like taking away from the value of my life. It just is taking away from like when I'm doing cool things or getting little accomplishments. It's just like I'm happy I'm doing that. And I want to just talk about that. Like, do any of you guys ever feel like that? Do y'all know what I'm talking about, or if there's like a feeling for this? I was at the gym and I feel like I put on a super cute gym outfit, and that's something that I just like, I really pride myself on, because for the longest time I remember going to the gym and feeling like, you know, and like the outfits that I was wearing weren't as form-fitting because I was a lot more self-critical. And after I've been going to the gym now for like, I think 2 years consistently, I can wear the things that I am wearing and they make me feel better, because it's just like a reminder to me when I'm watching myself do my set, like, wow, you've come so far. And this is a side note. For me, when I post photos of myself on the internet, like if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, I post like a gym photo, however, quite often, and it'll be like a body heavy gym photo or something like that. I think that I fall into this area of trying to explain to people that I'm not like thirst trapping necessarily. Like, I think I look good, but like I'm doing this more so because I'm really proud of how far I've come. You know what I mean? And with that, I definitely get it. But also, it's just not always like that. That all ties back in to lately. I've just been like, I think I look good, but like, I'm not like, dang, like, you know, it's just kind of, yeah, you look good. Yeah. Okay. And like, it's okay to feel like that sometimes. And I think that's where I've just kind of been at. Like, it's not like I'm not appreciating myself or anything. I just feel kind of meh, you know? And I think it's because I've fallen finally into a state of repetition for me. Sometimes I think it is like this toxic dance with having to feel as if I am off balanced, or like I don't have a sense of normal, because I'm constantly doing stuff and because something will randomly pop up. But I just worked for like 3 months. Like, I've been here telling you guys, I've been working on creating a consistent schedule that helps me flow and helps me go for the last 3 months. And I think I've been talking to you guys about that for the last 3 months. So now I'm kind of in a space, I'm not doing Vlogmas. I'm not extra stressed out with random events from my freelancing gig. I have a good little content schedule posting. I found a good little style of videos that I want to do that are fun, that are cool to do for me. And that's like easy content to post out. And so I found it, you know what I mean? Like, I found that normal, I found that good thing. And I think that in that, it's not giving me that same little serotonin boost, I guess, when I figure something out, because it feels like I'm not being gratified by feeling it out. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I did it, but that's what was in the schedule. So of course I was going to do it. But that's also a good thing. That's what I kind of mean when I say I have to just let myself feel that, because I am doing a really good thing. I am doing what I'm supposed to do. And the better feeling is going to come at the end, probably in the thick of it. And the world isn't crumbling down around me because I have 80,000 other things I've been procrastinating and building on, because I feel like I am the master of procrastination. I am the master of procrastinating so much and saving all my tasks for one day and then getting this crazy high accomplishment because I finished everything that I shouldn't have stockpiled on myself. Like, that is what I mean, right? Lately, I just have been feeling in this and I think it's just kind of, I've hit a little flat. You know how like you have hills and you have flats, or hills and plateaus. Well, no, a plateau is a plateau straight? I don't know, but I've hit a straight. I'm not running up. I'm not running down. I'm just on a constant field of normal. That's just kind of where I've been at. And I don't know if that makes any sense or if any of you guys have ever been there, but that is definitely where I've been lately. And I'm super happy to be there. I feel like I'm just kind of I think the issue with this for me is that sometimes when I get in this mode, it feels like time is just going so fast. And then all of a sudden we're at the end of the year and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Very insane sometimes, but it is just that. Like, I am at a I'm at a good place, and it feels like the days are kind of going by really quickly because I'm not really too worried about much. I have my same consistent schedule, and I don't know if any of you, if you guys ever feel like that, like please leave a comment down below. Do you start to panic when things kind of are going too good because you feel like it's just not the chaos? Or maybe some of you guys don't thrive off that. I think I thrive off of a little chaos sometimes, like a little schedule chaos. Let me say that. I don't thrive off of like person to person chaos because that be stressing me out. I have this situation going on right now, and it's giving person to person chaos that someone is literally adding to my life for no reason. And I'm not with that, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of like, I don't want any parts in that. I've reached this point in my life where the only issues that I want to have are coming from me growing and coming from me being more successful. And it's like I have an issue figuring out where I need to grow in X, Y, or Z area. That is the only kind of conflict I want right now because I don't have time. I mean, I have all the time in the world that I'm allotted, but I don't have time. I would like to use that time productively and being a better person. So also a little personal, guys, I am being faced with this decision and I really don't know what to do in the decision. I don't know what to do because I feel like if I choose one way, it'll be something that's super good for me financially in this moment, and I can still do everything that I'm doing, but it would be good for me financially. But if I choose the other way, it would be good for me creatively, and it would be good for me for doing things like this and for doing things like freelancing and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know which one to choose. I can't speak too heavily on either, but I really don't know. And yeah, I'm never someone who says to just choose something just for money. I believe that you should choose it because it fits well within your life and within your purpose. And definitely I understand some people have to, you know, make sacrifices for money, for family, and this, but this isn't one of those things for me right now. Anywho, back to what we were saying. We're in that kind of decline coming off of the holidays, going back into the normalcy of actual life. And it's just starting. Like, I feel like the year is just starting. The weeks are just starting and it's kind of not stopping. So I love that. I truly do love that. And this is kind of where I'm at right now. And I want to know if you guys are there too. If you guys have ever felt like that, if you guys have ever gone through periods where you just feel like you're kind of on a long stretch, I guess is what this feels like. And it's not necessarily a bad thing at all. It's just being on a cool little, this is where I'm at right now. And I can take a breather. Like, it kind of feels like a breath of fresh air. Like, I don't have to do too much to go forward. I'm not going backward, and I can breathe. I can look around. I can smell some of the flowers. You know what I mean? It kind of feels like that. So moving forward into our You're Delusional segment. You're Delusional is actually going to be tied. It's an idea that I have from a TV show that I've been watching. I have been watching King of Queens. It's become one of my new comfort shows, truly. My dad always watched it growing up, and I just didn't really watch it too much, I guess, but now it's become a comfort show for me. In King of Queens, I have noticed that over in the later episodes, Carrie, who is Doug's wife, the two main characters, she is someone who thrives on negativity, right? And actually, like, just yesterday, we watched an episode where she went to a therapist and we learned that she does thrive on like negativity or people being miserable around her. It just makes her a little happier. I want to talk about that. Have you guys ever met someone in real life who truly thrives on someone else's downfall? I've met two people like this in my life, and one of the people had a actual mental illness, like medically defined mental illness. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. And then the other person was just sick. Or when I met both of them, it kind of took me a second to really like see this and really gauge what was going on, because I was like, I don't understand how every time you bring something up to me, it's literally negative. Every time you utter a word out of your mouth that is about something that is negatively happening, or something that you didn't like, or how you're so miserable and this and that. And I'm kind of like, does anything good ever happen to you in life? I was listening to a podcast the other day, and one of the hosts said that when one of their friends would be talking to them, they literally had to tell them like, I need you to stop talking to me, because do you say anything good about your life? Like literally tell me 3 good things that happened to you today, and they just don't have anything to say. And I get it. Every day you are not going to be the happiest person. That's just the luck of odds. You might not be the happiest person every day, but to come to me in 4K and every day be miserable, or you're only happy when something bad is happening, or especially people who like cause the chaos around them. That was one of the people that I know personally. That's what they were doing. The other person just kind of thrived off the chaos that would naturally come about. I think people like that are actually very crazy. So real life, what happened in that situation with the person who I told you was causing the negativity like around them and stuff, I had to completely just stop talking to them. And when they came up to me and they asked me or tried to hint that I wasn't talking to them anymore, I just had to tell them, hey, I need our interaction to be the extent of what our interaction needs to be. Nothing more, nothing less. Probably a lot less if possible, but nothing more for sure. I just can't do it with people like that. Like, have you guys ever met someone who was just delusionally miserable? Like, and you're just kind of like, it kind of starts to take a toll on you. I'm not gonna lie. Me as someone who that's not how my brain operates, and I'd rather think about like good things rather than bad things in a day. I cannot just be bombarded with someone who is constantly telling me bad things, who is constantly miserable. Like it eats at me. It just eats at me so bad. And I'm like, bro, I can't do this. Like I legitly cannot do this. So, yeah, and I don't know if there's more people like me or more people like them in the world, but I would definitely love to hear y'all's opinions on that. Have you guys ever met someone like this, or have you ever like seen someone who truly does just thrive on bad things that happen to people? And sometimes it's kind of hard to tell, because my boyfriend made a good point. It's a difference in someone who's just kind of like, maybe a bad thing happened and you're like helping someone by just like, just being there for them and being like, oh yeah, you know, and this thing sucks about me too. You're trying to find that camaraderie in it, rather than someone who's just, you were always and constantly saying something bad, and you cannot be friends with someone if they also are not like that, because you need that, or you're sucking the energy out of someone. Which is also another TV show that I don't remember the name of, and I'll have to ask him, but there's this character and they're like an energy vampire, and like everything, when people are just having the worst times, you look over, there they are, and he is miserable. He's so happy being miserable. I love his character personally. I think he's very funny, because I know people that like that, like literally. Let me know what you guys, if that's something that you guys have also come along with or come to the seeing of, because that really does irk me. Truly, I think that truly does. Getting into the what we watching. So I have been watching a lot of things, starting Game of Thrones. Yes, I'm excited to get into that lore. I hear it's super good, super good. So definitely excited to get into that. Recently, I have watched all of the Knives Out movies. The first one that I watched was Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man. Then I watched Knives Out, The Glass Onion. And then I watched the first Knives Out. So I watched them in order of 3, 2, 1. I think these are some of the best movies ever made. To be very honest with you, I love a good whodunit. I love a good whodunit that is brought to you in a modern setting. I think it's hard to do a good whodunit that's not corny, that's not cheesy, because Clue was something that came around a long time ago, and they kind of, you know, they did it. And then I feel like everything just started being modeled after clues. So for the longest time, I didn't like a good whodunit. I was like, okay, this is the same thing over and over. The way that these stories are broke down, it's really kind of like they tell you the whole story. And then when the detective Benoit Blanc, when Mr. Benoit Blanc comes in, he then retells you the story, and he tells you the entirety of the story, the details that you missed that add up to this. And you really get to understand, and you really get to see the story that's unfolding within a story. And I think that's amazing. I added all 3 of these to my letterbox. I will have that linked in the description below of the podcast. Like I tell you guys, if you want to go follow me over there, I would love to follow you guys. So let me know and we can chat it up. I'd love to see what you guys are watching. These Knives Out stories, so good. I love the intricate details. I love the story, the setting. I love the color within the movies. I like how Mr. Blanc's character, he is the same through and through and through. And I love his little Kentucky Derby accent. Like, it's real old Southern, real Western feeling in a way. Very choice, very choice. I think that the way that they cast the characters as like kind of bigger celebrities, but it just feels as if they're all normal people, but it does have that feeling of like famous person murder mystery, you know? That's very interesting to me. I love how something always unfolds as very sad, very tragic in the film, but it doesn't like consume the film. It's still about the good whodunit, and it's still about the good story. If you guys have seen these movies, let me know what order you rank them in. I personally would rank them in the second one being the best one, the third one being the next one, and then the first one is my least favorite. I just feel like the story's cool, but like it's not too memorable, to be very honest with you. I remember the first 2 a lot more than I remembered the last one. And I'm only saying that the second one is better because for me, quality from the first one to the second one was dramatically better. And then the third one for me, the third one is my favorite one. But I think just understanding film and how it takes time to learn how to make things better, I'm going to have to go 2, 3, 1. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your take on it is, because I would love to know. If you haven't seen these movies, I would definitely recommend you watching them. It is, I think probably altogether it's like 6 hours, maybe even less than that. It might be a good 5-hour time thing. You could definitely do it in a weekend, and yeah, I think you'll be super satisfied with watching them. With all that being said, guys, we have come to the end of today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. And if you are an audio listener, please be sure to rate the podcast on all of the audio streaming platforms. And if you are a watcher, thank you so much for watching another episode. If you would like to follow me on all my behind the scenes and my streaming platforms, you are more than welcome to follow me at the LaTerra Wair on X, Instagram, and on Facebook. And if you are interested in more behind the scenes about the production company, be sure to follow us at LT Legacy Productions on Instagram and on Facebook. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of the Your Delusional podcast, and I'll see you next week. The Your Delusional podcast is produced by LT Legacy Productions and hosted by LaTerra Wair.